First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Caught by Will. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
action. It's gone. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now it's gone. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 23 yards, the final tally.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua sets up to pass it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Board, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the Lions are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From just shy of midfield, Goff. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. It's caught, Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Lions are 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 2nd down, Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Off play action. Here's Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and...
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Tua on the bootleg here. On the move to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Romeo Okwara able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Tua. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Wilson snags it left side. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Here's Tua. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Chris Bird. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
This out quickly to Williams.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
To Williams on the jet sweep.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jamison Williams, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman in Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. On 3rd down, here's Williams.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to pass. Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Board getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Steps away. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that went off the mark, a little late with the throw.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out.
And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 24-10.
Dolphins 10.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd and 1, Goff firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
49 yards rushing for him down to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Play action. It's gone. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins 10.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dante Hightower.
And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on second down.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Here's Goff.
Running the slant, and he finds Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Goff's throw taken in by Chark.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's gone.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Out to his left. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Goff on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dolphins 10. Jim Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33.
get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this will light up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. And Shark calls it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Detroit, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3 and 5.